You are the gift. In life, when gifts are coming down directly from God, when you're in service to God and God is working through you, it's important for me to keep that flow state open and to remember to keep it open. Often we forget from, I know, competitiveness or money topics or fear of being shamed or attacked, for example. This blocks the system. And if you think about going back to our purest essence, if you think about the state of going back to our intuition, I know in my lifetime, I would have been locked up in the local mental home, mental institution for doing the work I'm doing now, for example, and that was in my lifespan. So it's obvious in a way that there's going to be a lot of resistance when you go to connect to who you are on an essence level and then about sharing your gifts. So you are the gift, and that is the part of us that we take for granted and we normalize in a way, and we undervalue that the special part of us, which is unique to us on a soul level, has been normalized by ourselves or downgraded by ourselves. And because it's natural. And this webinar, what I want to do is I want to really open up the state of going into service. And what I mean by that is connecting to your gifts and loving your gifts and loving sharing your gifts. And then life itself will organize the rest. For me, it's never been about money in the system. It's always about in service and, to allow whatever comes in to share, and then the money comes later. So it's about really what's coming true, and the more you share that comes true, the more in flow, the more aligned with God, and the more God will share with you. On a universal level, the universe is completely decadent and abundant and has no limits in the system. So when you go into that God state or that flow state, it's complete abundance. And that is our natural state. There's no competition, there's no competitiveness, there's no money topics there, there's no issue with misuse there either, because it's the flow state and it's alignment with God. So this webinar, what I want to do is I want to bring a remembrance back to flow, a remembrance back to divine order. And I know a lot of people I've been working with, they want to create new careers or maybe practices for supporting others, and they're having financial issues. So for me, I want to open up, well, I want to share with all of you how to open up that state of flow and abundance of service, and then everything else will come after. And it's interesting, if you do anything that you love to do, then everything will come into alignment. So, what do you love to do? And then work with these gifts. So, this webinar, I'm going to really bring the intention to open up your essence, to go into your gifts and to open up the gifts and let them flow through you, from you, in your unique way, not my way, your way, in whatever form that may take. It could be a cook, it could be a doctor, it could be an architect. So how, or an artist, how are you going to share your gifts? Or how are you already sharing your gifts? Or maybe you're not fully opening up your full potential of your gifts. So this webinar is going to open up the full potential. It's about, oh, if you're ready for it and you want to do it, it's about opening up the full potential of your gifts, to really open it up till you're in the flow state and to share and to allow the universe then to share back with you. So this is about being in service, sharing your gifts, and then everything else will fall into alignment. It's an exciting one, and it's a very beautiful, and it's a needed one actually in the system because the universe is waves of giving and receiving, and it's a natural flow state. And without that flow state, you will have got limits or blockage. You'll perceive blockages in your system, or financial blockages, or health blockages coming up in your system. So for me, it's about going back into service of sharing your gifts. Everything that comes through me is to be shared. And that is the container we all are. So we're all doing it in our own unique way. So, what is your gifts and what is ready to be shared? This is what I'd like to really open that container within this webinar space to go into service and to support you to open up your full potential. I'm looking forward to this one. This is really, really an important one for everybody to really step into the power and to honor that you are the gift. You are the gift, not to wait for the gift. You are the gift, and the gifts are within you, and they've been given to you. And then it's about opening them and sharing them in your unique way. And this is what we're going to look at in this webinar. So I invite you to be part of it. Thank you.